I mean, it's Christmas time. Hit the real one.
It is the real one.
No, it ain't. Hit the real one.
What? You mean?
I am not
I know
Tom.
which one.
I am Melon Lord.
I mean, it's real.
You know what? I'll do it.
It's a movie about imposters.
I
So,
don't want.
what's wrong
See,
with a
I
little
had
bit
a
of
whole Mariah
disruption?
Carey solo. I had a whole Mariah Carey solo up and everything, and it's all good. Guys, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, happy everything. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Buttery Show. And tonight, we are reviewing the Oh, by the way, I'm Leo Claus. This is Mike Krampus, cramping it up, cramp walking, as usual. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are reviewing a rock movie. Our first rock movie, honestly.
Yeah, way
We've
to
not
cramp
reviewed
my
Scorpion.
style. Yeah. No, it's
Guys, welcome to our review. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is Red One, the 2004 24 action comedy featuring Chris Evans and Dwayne Johnson as the two lead actors in a world where mythical creatures are real and Santa Claus has the power to see everything simultaneously. Read an entire naughty list the size of Rhode Island twice in one day and then travel in an attosecond. He becomes kidnapped thanks to a hacker who doesn't believe in Santa. But then the head of E.L.F. must team up with said hacker in order to defeat Sabrina the Teenage Witch, apparently.
BRB.
Yeah.
BRB.
No, this was an interesting film because we actually got Dwayne Johnson as Callum, who is the head of Santa Claus Security, E.L.F, or E.L.F for short. Santa Claus himself is played by J.K. Simmons. Perfect casting, if I may say so myself. And of course, the American beautiful stallion himself, Mr. Chris Evans. That, sir, is America's gluteus. And, of course, we also have Bonnie Hunt, Lucy Liu, and some Nordic dude playing Krampus. Nick Kroll and, Sabrina from Riverdale playing a different character from Riverdale.
See, I knew that was her. I knew it. But I'm going to say this for all the nerds out there, and includes us. What happens when you put Captain America, Black Adam, and J. Jonah Jameson in one movie? You get this. Anyway.
Don't you mean Tenzin?
No, I meant Mr. Fletcher from Whiplash.
Don't you mean the great lawyer Fisher? You know, the blind lawyer. Not the one from Hell's Kitchen. I'm talking about the one from California.
No, I meant Grunkle Stan's twin brother from Gravity Falls.
Yes, and of course, yes, the great detective Jigsaw Jameson himself.
Anyways,
see, there needs to be a Jigsaw Jameson movie. That would be way more interesting than a Kraven the Hunter movie.
You saw it, did you?
I did not see it, but I know what I'm in for.
I think that's one of those movies where a couple of libations need to be consumed before we review it. But we already have one movie we got to review, and that's a movie starring Darby Allin. But anyways, guys, before we get into this movie, like, share, comment, subscribe to both our Facebook channel on the Buttery Show, our Facebook page. Be sure to like our Facebook page, and be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here. So thank you guys so much, and let's get started. So we got The Rock. Okay, let's talk about real quick some of the stars, and we just get into it.
Yeah.
The Rock, the final boss, the people's champ.
Can you smell what he's cooking? Apparently, snickerdoodles.
The 8-time WWE World Champion and one of the most entertaining men in all of sports and film entertainment. This man has been on a rise. I mean, he's always been on a rise. This man left professional wrestling to pursue an acting career. Now, keep in mind, he's like one of 3 who did that before John Cena and Batista. Because there was Hogan, there was Sid Vicious, because he was in one movie, Jesse the Body Ventura, because he was in one movie. He was actually in 3 movies. I take that back. Shout out to Jesse Ventura. He was commentating Saturday Night's Main Event last night. God bless you. He's still with us. But The Rock is one of those wrestlers who actually stayed in the game, no matter what the script was, and made it his own, and is one of the most entertaining actors of our generation. I don't care what no one tells me about The Rock's movies. They can be bad, and they can be good. I'm still entertained. Either way, I don't like The Tooth Fairy, but I was entertained by that movie. I hated Spy Hunter. I was still entertained.
You know, I just realized.
Go ahead.
The Rock was not 1, but 2 movies featuring the Guardians from that one Christmas movie. Now we just need The Rock to be in a Sandman movie and a Easter Kangaroo movie.
Oh my god!
And imagine if Hugh Jackman played said Easter Kangaroo. Oh, my bunny.
It was. But no, The Rock has been in many movies. Let's talk. The Mummy Returns, first movie. Then Scorpion King, Walking Tall, The Rundown, Gridiron Game Plan, Tooth Fairy, Spy Hunter, Doom. He then was in the Fast and the Furious franchise. He got his own spinoff with Hobbs and Shaw. He was in an top 5 best Michael Bay movies of all time, and that was Pain and Gain. He was in Black Adam, despite what people say. Entertaining movie. I enjoyed it, and we'll review it at one point. And then obviously he also has his own movie production. I think it was called 7 Punch or 7 something, which him and his wife at the time, Danny Garcia, co-founded. So get ready for a lot of tropes that are in The Rock's movies, to say the least. You got Chris Evans, America's ass. Okay, and Captain America movies. He's been in Marvel for years. He was also
he was also DC.
Yep, he was in what was that movie? The Losers. He was also in Knives Out. Great movie. We all knew he did it, but it was still a good movie. None of the Team movie. Fantastic Four. He's got starred with Fantastic Four.
And one of my favorites, Perfect Score with Scarlett Johansson.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
See, you know what 2 movies pair together? Perfect Score with Urban Legend, because one movie has Captain America and Black Widow in high school, while the other has the Joker and Lex Luthor in college. Because Mike Rosenbaum and Jared Leto.
We're going to have to talk about Urban Legend at some point, but that'll be for another time. Yeah. And also, we got J.K. Simmons. We've talked about J.K. Simmons plenty on this channel. I mean, we talked about it in all the Spider-Man movies.
The Avatar, master of all 4 elements. He was my dad, and he was super awesome.
Yep. Anyways, and then we also got I did not know who that actress was until you mentioned Riverdale. Homegirl who plays Gayla, the witch, the crazy witch in the movie.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is that in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Gala was there, played by a different actress, of course. So it's kind of interesting that what's her name? That Sabrina is now playing this other character from Sabrina. It's like imagine if freaking Michael Chiklis would later be in a movie where he is Johnny Storm.
That would be funny.
Yeah. No, and I don't mean Ben Grimm with Johnny Storm's powers because of the Silver Surfer. I mean Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, played by Michael Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis does not get enough credit. I love Michael Chiklis, and I know there are probably celebrities who watch these type of reviews, especially people like us. Michael Chiklis, you're watching this, man. God bless you. I'm glad you're still out here getting roles, man. Thank you so much.
And No Ordinary Family is overdue for a second season. Just saying.
Yes.
Melanie Malco crash landed in that swamp. He got those superpowers, and that's where we leave off the show at.
You know what? Screw it. Pull a Firefly. Make a movie. Anyways, but let's get started because honestly, this is the first time both of us watching this movie. So, because this movie just came out, and you know what? I'm gonna say it's like this,
and it's available on Prime.
Yo, God bless Amazon Prime. This movie came out last month, but because of the holiday season, they put it on Amazon Prime early for free. Thank you, Prime. We appreciate you, and thank you, Prime, for being there when it comes to giving gifts and everything.
Yeah, for example, when I go to Pasadena in January, I could get this little bad boy signed. All 6 seasons and the movie.
If J.K. Simmons were to pop up there, I would have. If J.K. Simmons was there, which just popped up magically at Pasadena, I would have him sign my copy of Ultimate Vampire 4 for Nintendo Switch.
Ha!
Anyway, let's get started. So, Chris Evans plays the Wolf. Okay, John O'Malley, John O'Malley. Okay, this guy does not believe in Santa Claus. All right, obviously, and because he's a master when it comes to finding things, comes to finding people. So much so when
he found the presents when he was a kid.
Exactly. So much so when as 30 years later. Now, maybe in his late 30s, because Chris Evans cannot continue to play a dude in his 20s. He is now a freelance mercenary who's able to find things. Essentially, he's Jessica Jones. You need me to do a job, give me the price. But I'll give you a price, and if you can get it from me, I'll do it. And so that's what he does. And he's also a deadbeat dad because he has not grown up yet. So we then find out that Santa's real. And you know what Santa Claus does 2 days before Christmas Eve?
He goes daylights as a mall Santa.
Yeah, he goes to every mall, whatever mall he's going to be going to, and talks to the kids. And The Rock, who plays Callum Drift, which is the most action hero name I can think of as of right now.
I'll say this: it definitely sounds cooler than Cyber Rage.
See, nah. I still think Xander Cage is a great name. I still think John Matrix is a good name, a good action name. Jack Traven is a great name.
Jack Traven is the best of names. Stanley Yelnats IV is a great action name.
Matter of fact, as much as I'm not the biggest fan, Casey Ryback, Steven Seagal's character from Under Siege.
Peter Green is a great action name.
Stanley Nipkiss.
What's it called? Michael Ironside is a great action name.
Johnny Rico.
Rico, the law.
Rico, you know what to do. Yes, sir. Blah.
What's it called? Judge Dredd.
I am the law. And we're gonna be here all day. So The Rock is going to, who plays Mr. Drift. Drift is going to retire. He's sick. He loves the kids. He's sick of the adults. Which low key, let's just face
It's
it.
got to
those
the
adults-
point, basically, with some really well done exposition. It's got to the point where the naughty list is longer than the nice list.
22 it is increased by 22% every year, apparently.
And what's crazy is that even when they're like visiting the kids, it's like Drift sees like all kinds of things, like a dude stealing candy canes, two Karens fighting each other, another guy stealing a scented candle, and
Two
to
dudes
make
playing on
matters
PS5.
worse, when a little girl made homemade snickerdoodles for Santa. By the way, remember, snickerdoodles is Santa's favorite.
Chekhov's
Get
gun.
on the- It's like some douche nozzle cuts in front of the legs. Yeah, I'm here with the guns. I'm gonna make this t-shirt and sing my country. You cut the rope. Never cut the rope. See, that's me working in the mask. Lose him, Charlie.
So, okay, so Santa. So Drift talks to Santa about why he's resigning as his enforcer for E.L.F, which is, if I remember correctly, what does E.L.F stand for again?
They never specify. But
No,
it's like
they do.
enforcement, something and defense or something like that. Something like that.
So, okay. Well, here's the best-
enforcement, logistics, and fortification.
Let's just face it. He works for Shield.
Yeah,
This
I
is
was
the Santa
gonna
version of
say, that, you know what was a better name? The what's it called? The Super Headquarters International Espionage and Law Enforcement Division, also known as the Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division.
Just call it Shield. Anyways, but no. So what happened is he's done. Like he said, he's done work dealing with the adults. Santa, while beefing up, because J.K. Simmons in real life is actually dieseled. I don't know if anyone's seen J.K. I follow J.K. Simmons on Instagram. This man is like in his mid 60s, late 60s, possibly early 70s. I gotta look this up. J.K. Simmons, real talk, that is jacked.
He is.
You can grind meat on his ass.
He here's the thing. If you if they made a proper live action Dragon Ball, we're talking One Piece quality live action Dragon Ball, Simmons should play Roshi.
Nah. You not. Do you know how many people you would piss off saying that?
Okay, who should play Roshi then?
Charlie. Let me tell you something. That would be the only time I ever reference Dragon Ball Evolution. Ever. Chow Yun-Fat come back as Roshi. That is the only time I will ever reference Dragon Ball Evolution. Don't ever ask me to do it again. So
you're telling me J.K. Simmons can't do Jackie Chun?
I will say this: Roshi can play. I don't think of an old man who needs to be deep. You know what? Screw it. Play Santa again, but in X-Men, because the way they made Santa sound like either two things: him and Krampus are in the DC universe because that's canon. And they help Batman save Damian from Trigon, if I remember correctly. Or In Marvel, Santa's an Omega level mutant. Pick which one you want to do.
I just want a second season of Growing Up Fisher.
So, Santa's kidnapped. And the entire North Pole goes ballistic. The Rock finds out that it's a drone. Now, he doesn't. And the reason why Stan gets kidnapped is because of John O'Malley. John O'Malley, again, freelance mercenary, can find just about anyone. A certain buyer, a certain person who is paying him, John is able to track whether seismic waves are happening, and so it just so happens it was happening in the North Pole. It's like, hey, I don't know what you guys are looking for, but it's in the Arctic. Have fun. Send me my money. Lucy Liu, who plays the director of Moira, the mythological organization of, I don't know. She, again, another faction of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And I have to say this.
Go ahead.
She's still got it. Both in the looks and acting department. It's very clear why it's only in her name would people be willing to commit one of the greatest sins in human history. Homosexuality with unsolicited likeness rights.
I was going to say the biggest sin was Ballistic X versus Sever, but go ahead.
Homosexuality is a travesty. Don't let your beautiful, clean armor plating enjoy the pleasures of the organic flesh, lest you be sent to robot damnation. Lord have mercy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, this was a joke we had back in 2020, like when we were doing 01. Like, I'm glad we were able to dust that one off.
You know we're gonna have to make a clip for that, right? Like from Futurama, we're gonna have to do that at one point. Yeah. Anyways, so Moira and E.L.F. both organizations agree that they need to grab O'Malley, find out what the hell happened. So, next thing you know, well, first again, we find out that John is a terrible father. He does not go to his son's jazz recital.
Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair to change my underwear. So yeah, like the son is like, yeah, it turns out just like his dad, he's a hacker. And
it's part of the family tree.
Basically, he sabotaged like a romantic rival, rightfully so. But snitches got stitches, or more specifically, they got severed by bike tires.
So he goes back to his apartment after his not even his ex-wife, his baby mama, because you find out that they never got married. They just had a baby, but because of his job, he was like, look, I can't be here for you. He's like, I tried being a father, but I can't. He has an amazing stepdad who we never see on camera. Spoiler, it might be Chris Hemsworth or Chris Pratt. So
I would be
or you know what?
Chris Pine.
Hold on, I got one. Just as an apology, Zachary Levi. Just for an apology for effing up because Shazam never showed up in Black Adam. He got Zachary. I would have assumed he would have gotten Zachary Levi to play that role. We won't listen. We won't tackle Zachary Levi until we have to do a Zachary Levi movie at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So they take O'Malley. They're about to interrogate him, but obviously he doesn't know what the hell is going on. He is now being introduced into this world of mythological creatures. Essentially, this is the best. One critique I will have about this movie. This movie feels as if it was an Amazon Prime original movie. It feels like a Netflix original movie, which is not a bad thing. But do you want to know the one thing I will say, and I think maybe you'll agree with me on this? This feels like a high-budget movie version of Grimm.
Yeah, I mean, like we had like the head of the Headless Horseman make a cameo. I feel like this probably should have been a 6-episode TV series, but for budgetary reasons, they converted it into a movie.
Yeah.
Regardless, it was produced by Amazon, released into theaters, and then returned back to Prime for the holiday season.
The Rock's production team moves pretty fast.
Yep.
So they make a deal. He's like, look, I'm gonna help you, but I want double the amount that my original employer was gonna give me. It's Christmas. It's the holiday season. I'm not gonna ask for triple. So they gear up. They go through the toy shop, which is essentially, if you've ever played Left 4 Dead, 1 or 2, essentially the toy shop is like the safe room in Left 4 Dead before you leave, or it's the checkpoint. So before you leave the checkpoint and go back outside to fight the zombies, you reload whatever ammunition you need, any Molotov, any explosives. If you want to go armor piercing, if you want to go incendiary ammo, you name it. You get all that first before you go back out. That's essentially what the toy shops are. And The Rock has a weapon which transforms any inanimate object that's non-human looking into something that actually is fully functional. I.e., you take a Hot Wheel, you use your freaking his wrist gauntlet thingy, and it transforms into an actual car, fully operational, fully functional. You can drive. They're in the Bahamas. They find Nick Kroll.
And yeah, like freaking Chris Evans wants it to be Wonder Woman.
Hey, Chekhov's gun.
But I will say this: the problem with that plan is that I'm pretty sure that if he did bring Wonder Woman to life, she would probably be pining for a different Chris.
Well, here's the thing: that Chris died, and for whatever reason, his soul got transported into another person. If we ever discuss Wonder Woman 84, I want to talk about that. I'll leave it at that. Anyways.
What the hell is that?
So, but here's the thing. Here's one plot hole that I found when he said we can't use Wonder Woman action figure. It's obviously it's a toy. Here's the thing though. In the comic book, Wonder Woman originally, not the New 52, but originally Wonder Woman was made out of clay.
Yeah. Like Pygmalion.
You can do something with that because she wasn't really real until Athena. No. Until her mama, not Athena.
Hippolyta.
Hippolyta gave life to her.
Mm-hmm.
So, in actuality, you take a Wonder Woman toy, which is made out of plastic because you can't really use clay to make action figures. You can bring it to life.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I've been actually contemplating that concept when I was watching the movie. Like what are the limits to this power? Because imagine getting like a dozen Gunpla and like resizing them into like real Gundams.
Okay, not only would that be great because I'm actually going through all of the Universal Century Gundam right now.
New Century's better.
Huh?
New Century's better.
Okay. Here's the thing, though. There would be so many copies. There was so much The Rock would have to do because that is that would have been some money. Money would be going into that, and I'm talking like Ready Player One money, like Steven Spielberg money, dog.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure money,
bro.
Like I don't know if you've ever read or watched Stone Ocean, but read or watch the Bohemian Rhapsody arc. Just saying. In 2022, we had or was it 2023? I can't remember the exact year. We had 4 Pinocchios.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We had the awful Disney one, the equally awful Russian one. Dad, I want to go exploring. Then you got the Guillermo del Toro one, and of course, you got the Bohemian Rhapsody one from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. 4 Pinocchios.
You know what that reminds me of?
All in 1 year.
Remember that year? Remember that year when there was 2 Hercules movies that came out, like Legend of Hercules.
Yeah, one with Dwayne Johnson.
Obviously, that one looked better. And then there was the movie. Then it was the year White House Down came out and Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When they showed the trailer for Geostorm, it's like they called it Olympus Has Fallen with Gerard Butler, London Has Fallen with Gerard Butler. So I assumed that the movie Geostorm, before they said the actual name, I was gonna be like, the moon has fallen. Because the moon comes crashing into Earth. And what do? It's 2 brothers. It's 2 brothers. They're 2 brothers. It's just called 2 brothers.
Are you real? No, I'm not about to play. I'm not about to play with you, Mike. Thank you. I'm not about to play with you because if you're trying to say we make a prequel to 4 Brothers in which all this happens, I'm done with you. Don't.
No, 4 Brothers is already the 3rd movie. You had 2 brothers, then you had 3 brothers, then you have 4 brothers, and then what's his name? Tyrese Gibson said that there are plans.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, you do. Tyrese Gibson admitted that they're in the works of making 5 brothers.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Get on back to the movie. Look, I love Tyrese Gibson. There's no reason to make a sequel to 4 Brothers. There really isn't. But I'll talk about that another day. So they go to the Bahamas. They find Nick Kroll. Nick Kroll was actually the middleman. They got for the payment for O'Malley, and he is extremely scared to tell them who really hired them. And it was
because, like Voldemort, when you say her name, she knows.
Yeah, and Kiernan Shipek's character Grayla, and for those of you who don't know, Gryla, whatever. Well, I'm not be ignorant. Gryla, okay, Gryla, and I had to look this up because I did not know what this.
She's from the Prose Edda. She's an old hag that haunts naughty children in the winter. Not so different from basically. Imagine if Krampus had a Patara fusion with Baba Yaga.
See, I was gonna say if Krampus had a side chick, but that's a different story. But I actually had to look this up because I did not know who the hell Gryla was. Because here's what I thought. Because I didn't see I've only saw like the commercials for this movie. I never saw the trailer, so I had to look this up. So, and I'm reading off our great source, which is Wikipedia. Gryla is a monstrous entity who lives in the wilderness of Iceland. The name Gryla is first attested in medieval sources. However, the earliest unambiguous reference to Gryla's gender and her association with Christmas date only from the 17th century. In the 17th century poems about Gryla, she is generally represented as a hideous and greedy troll-like croon who wanders between human settlements and demands charity from those she encounters, often asking for naughty children. Modern depictions of Gryla tend to focus more strongly on her role as the mother of the Yule lads. Today, the most monstrous aspects of her character and appearance, such as her appetite for children, are generally toned down for a younger audience. Well, this audience that's supposed to be watching this movie is PG-13, and I had to stop myself. So real quick, we watched this movie together. My girl and my son and I, we watched the movie as a family. The part where Nick Kroll started getting possessed is the moment we had to cut the movie off. I watched the rest of it afterwards, but yeah, what he said. So Gryla is trying to do essentially Gryla's Kylo Ren. I will finish what Santa could never do and make world peace with only nice children.
Only the purest children.
No, not. Okay, never mind. Not Kylo Ren. I would say more like Magneto, but without the charisma of Magneto and the fact that Magneto is more of an anti-hero because he survived World War II and being in concentration camps. Gryla's just mad to begin with. So she then sends snowmen, legit abominable snowmen.
Not Yetis, literal snowmen.
And they attack. They freeze Nick Kroll's character. Nick Kroll's character is out the movie the rest of the time. He's not dead, but the moment he thaws out, he will be useless when it comes to. You
gotta rip the horn. You gotta rip the carrot out.
Rip the carrot out the nose. You can't burn them because they still come alive. Essentially, their nose is their Achilles heel.
Yeah. So basically, her evil plan is she would have these snow globes, which are actually known as ice cages, but in Scandinavian language. And basically, if a naughty person makes physical contact with it, they'll be trapped inside of it forever. And even, yeah, and what's really interesting is, yeah, now you just got to mass produce those, and so at this point, it comes down to like trying to find some leads as to where she is. Now that we know who we're dealing with, so they know that she and Santa's brother, not played by Vince Vaughn. Not played by Vince Vaughn. Used to date.
Who did there?
Yeah. And you know what's funny is that I just realized there's at least 2 Christmas movies with Vince Vaughn. Yeah. A very Vince Vaughn Christmas. That should be a thing for next year. Like,
if we're going to do Vince Vaughn month, I'd be down. We just can't do a lot of his comedies. I want to do Domestic Disturbance with him and John Travolta. If that's the case. So, real quick. So, they realize what they're dealing with. They have to go and find Krampus, and Krampus is super metal because he has his own world, and apparently him and Gryla were a couple. So he was literally taking her to Slamtown. But realize, yo, you are actually straight up evil. We're done. I'm breaking up with you.
Yeah, Krampus is like, listen, I like scaring children, but I don't want to destroy them. I want to make them nice. You are trying to straight up murder them.
You're talking about murdering kids. What is this, a colony drop for Gundam?
See,
yeah, I went there.
I lament that I mentioned the frequency in which Xeon drops things onto Earth.
Again, we're going off topic. Mobile Suit Gundam Origin really showed me this. If you are a Xeon apologist, and I had a look on Reddit, and I did find a whole page of people who are pro Xeon. If you are okay with a colony drop, where is it?
Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no!
Y'all need to be watched. Y'all need to be watched by the government. Man, I think at some point we're gonna have to do like a Gundam month at some point for but that'll be like a 2-month thing.
I'm trying to even figure out if there's even like multiple Gundam movies, because I know there's Endless Waltz.
No. I'm talking about we review the shows. Now, the way we can do it,
that's gonna take a while.
As a matter of fact, we'll talk about this after stream. So they find Krampus in the underworld, whatever it's supposed to be, in the dark dimension. We'll call it the dark dimension. They find Krampus in the dark dimension, right? And Krampus and his cronies. Well, first things first. O'Malley steals something from the dark dimension. The trolls are like, yo, your homie stole something. So they go to they are then locked up in a prison cell. And this is where O'Malley and Drift start to understand each other. O'Malley's like, look, man, look, I ain't believing Santa, okay? And in case you want to know about my kid, look, I'm not a good father. I know that. I'd rather be away from my child so that way I'm not a disappointment. And he's like, well, the things you're still doing are still disappointing him. You don't think he wants to see his daddy on Christmas, let alone at his jazz recital where he's going to try and impress a girl?
Yeah, Piper.
Like, you need to grow up and be a good dad, dog. So then they take the trolls take him to Krampus. Krampus is a little busy though. By the way, Krampus is played by my personal favorite, our favorite red-headed, big woman-loving son of a gun, and that is Tormund from Game of Thrones, aka Christopher Hivju, who is of Norwegian descent.
So what you're saying is he finally became a walker.
Yeah,
but much like Kaido from Gon, he became an elite walker.
Yes.
He has his full consciousness.
So Krampus, hey buddy. So Krampus is indulging in a little thing called slap fight. Now, I don't know if The Rock did this intentionally because TKO owns that slap competition. For those of y'all who want to know, for the people under the peanut gallery, Dana White, the owner of the UFC, also co-founded this new competition where men and women, different divisions, do a thing where they smack the taste out of their mouths, and you have like a world champion for each division. It's an actual thing. Look it up. Matter of fact, when I'm back on Twitch, I might do a reaction to some of those damn fights because it is hilarious that this got okayed by a board of professionals who work with sports. I'll talk about that later. So Krampus smacks one of his homies. So O'Malley's like, listen, we need your help. We really need your help, bro. Your brother's in trouble. And The Rock's like, yeah. And believe it or not, your brother still talks about you. Your brother misses you. Your brother wants you to come home. And he's like, the hell with my brother. Like I tried doing the one thing he couldn't possibly do, and that was punish those who are naughty, who have been on the naughty list. Like there has to be some form of
retribution,
consequence, some form of retribution. What? Say it again.
Retribution, repercussions,
and my brother is too much of a wuss to actually do it. I do, and believe it or not, as much as I hate Gryla because I did not realize how bad she was. Maybe her plan isn't all that bad, and they're like, she's going to murder people, and he's like, well, what can I do about it? O'Malley puts The Rock in, and he's like, listen, if The Rock beats you, you come with us. If he doesn't, we'll leave you alone. Drift smacks him. And then the moment he smacks Krampus is like, all right, gloves are off now. Because actually...
No, it's like, my turn! It's like, I don't know if you've ever watched Spartacus season 1, but there's like an episode where Spartacus and Crixus have to fight that one giant dude, and like you got Spartacus and Crixus just like slashing at him nonstop. The dude's not even moving; they keep slashing and slashing and slashing. Crixus got 2 swords because he's the champion, and it's like my turn, and he bat smacks Crixus.
Exactly. So he smacks Rock. The Rock goes down. O'Malley, because he's good at what he does, and it also includes taking things, takes the gauntlet, puts it back on The Rock, and The Rock smacks the hell out of Krampus. They escape. And then this is when, and then unfortunately, Chris Evans says Gryla's name again. She knows where he's at, and considering the fact that he's by the way, there's levels 2 on the naughty list. Apparently,
He's a level 4.
O'Malley's a level 4 naughty lister, aka he's an omega level. He's an omega level threat. Like an omega level threat. Like you know how there's certain levels to tornadoes? Like there's the F1, F2, F3, F4, and F5. O'Malley's an F5 threat.
F4.
Well, no, because there's only 4 levels. We don't know if there's like a 5. We don't know if there's a 5th, 6th, or 7th level. Because this movie's and now unless we're gonna start doing more holidays, and there you go. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So basically, she has Voldemort powers where when you say her name, she knows where you're at. And so both Chris Evans and his son both have a snow globe. And of course, son accidentally touches the snow globe despite O'Malley trying to tell him not to. He ends up being trapped inside that one snow globe. So, of course, naturally, it is up to O'Malley to try to find out where his son is and save him. Oh, by the way, there's a tracker on his person that would allow Lucy Liu to locate where he is. So he puts himself inside the snow globe, and of course, naturally, they can't find him. And there's only one place where they can't find him: inside the dome.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Thunderdome. I'm just kidding. It's a snow globe. So they journey back to the North Pole because that's the only place where he could be. Santa was under their nose the entire time. And of course, Bonnie Hunt, which we did not mention, plays Miss Claus. Bonnie Hunt was famous for being in Jumanji with Robin Williams, as well as Cheaper by the Dozen with Steve Martin. And of course he's like, are you making cookies? Yeah, I'm making cookies for Santa. It's his favorite macarons.
Macaroons.
Macarons are way better than macaroons.
And so,
but the point is, Dwayne Johnson's like, she's a shapeshifter.
It's essentially, in T2 when
It's like, wait, what's your dog's name? Max. How's Sparky doing? Sparky's all right. He's been barking all night though. Your parents are dead.
Oh no. What's your mom's favorite season of Power Rangers? In space. Mom, how you liking no.
Megaforce.
No. What's the sad episode of Futurama? Oh, when Fry's dog died. Hey mom, what's your favorite episode? Oh, when Fry's do you remember Fry's dog? Oh yeah, his dog's hilarious. Your mom's dead.
Yeah.
So,
okay, but I do have to say one thing though.
Go ahead.
Seymour Butts is not the only sad episode of Futurama, because a lot of people also forget the luck of the Fryrish.
Yeah.
See, I gotcha.
No, I think for me the saddest episode is when they travel back to the past. And Fry's able to say goodbye to his mom one last time, and he says,
"Oh, when he becomes Lars."
Yeah,
that's one of the 4 movies during the cancellation.
Yeah. That episode made me cry for personal reasons.
That movie made you cry.
Well, look, I watched it as a TV show instead of a movie, so there you go. Anyways, so.
Always air it as a movie. Leo is dead.
No, they on Comedy Central they weren't.
No, on Comedy Central they literally aired as movies.
Well, no, because you keep in mind they also
Bender's Big Score, Beast with a Billion Backs. What's it called? Bender's Game, and then the Wild Green Yonder.
Yes, but there's a time. Hold up. There was a time where they split them into episodes, kind of like how they did Resurrection F and Battle of the Gods. They did the exact same thing on Comedy Central for a good minute.
But they're still movies.
Whatever, we know they're movies. Anyways, so
like even on Netflix when they used to have Futurama, like they would list them as a season, but there's only 4 episodes that season because they're 4 movies.
So, real quick. So, Chris Evans is trapped. His son is trapped. And this is the time where Chris Evans is like telling, like, all right, look, Santa's real. Let's just, all right. I just found out today Santa's real. That's why we're here. He's like, wait, am I on the naughty list? Like, no, you're not on the naughty list. I am. I've been a terrible father to you. I've honestly been a very terrible father to you. I've been a terrible person all my life because of the things that were given to me. Like, I didn't know my dad or anything like that. And so because of that, I thought that that's how you raise your son. And I've done jobs for a whole bunch of terrible people just for the money. I am sorry. And I am sorry for being a terrible father to you. And I promise you, if we get out of this alive, I'm going to make it up to you. I'm going to try and be the father that my father could never be. And I'm going to be there for you. That breaks the cages, because apparently the way these cages break is
basically.
Oh my God! My son opened the door. Bang! He opened the door. Oh,
first time for everything.
Anyways.
Anyways,
so they get out. The Rock finds them. He grabs them because he's been fighting shapeshifters the entire time. I was like, what's the one toy you want to get? He's like, Wonder Woman? Okay, you're good.
You're real.
Good.
Still think she's going to be pining for another Chris.
So, I didn't even catch that until you said, I didn't even catch that until I saw that clip. So The Rock frees the rest of his homies, including a giant bear named Garcia, who's only in the scene for a few scenes. They fight all the shapeshifters. Meanwhile, Gryla's about to use the Slay One, using Santa's powers because he's been in this incubator and she's been draining his life force as if this is like the scene, like X-Men, where Magneto touched Rogue and Rogue is able to work his machine and stuff. And about to go. Then we get a 2v1 situation where Gryla's fighting both Captain America and Black Adam. And Wolf, who's very smart, is able to, like, all right, wait a minute. If in order for this sleigh to keep going, all the reindeer had to be together, I'm going to knock the thing out, and so that way the deers can disperse and the sleigh can go down. He does it. Santa's hurt. He hasn't gotten his strength back yet. And then we see Kaiju Gryla. Kaiju Gryla pulls up and is about to legit fight both Drift and Wolf. And Drift's like, look, dude, get out of here. I got this. He's like, no. Listen, I've seen a lot of crap. I even owe $25,000 to a mob boss. I would rather die fighting a giant kaiju witch protecting Santa than have to go back. I think this is going to be my blaze of glory. This is going to be my like a prayer moment from Deadpool and Wolverine. And as a final bout's about to commence, Krampus pulls. Yeah! Like he's Infrit from Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
To save his brother and to save Christmas, because real talk, at that point I'm like, Chekhov's gun, because I saw this episode of American Dad where Krampus had to help Stan and his dad find and save Santa. We were gonna do this again. They find them now. Gryla is whooping on them. There you go, cameo, buddy. Come here. So but at the end they use the hey, say hi, buddy. cameo from the Ranger baby.
Oh man, he's wearing that season 2 hair.
By the way, guess what? Watch this. Boom. He is now one with the mouse.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, so long story short, what's up? They throw Gryla into the box with all the Christmas bulbs, the glass gates,
The glass
and
cages, yeah.
glass cages, and they literally suck Gryla's soul out of her body, and then she's dispersed like Zodia, and they save Christmas. Krampus and Santa, I want to talk like this. Krampus and Santa make amends. Krampus goes around and finds all the naughty people because he's not going to kill them, but he's going to try and get them to be nice. Chris Evans, Wolf and Drift help Santa deliver all the presents around the world in the next 6 hours for Christmas Day. And the little kid who asked for Ultimate Vampire Assassin 4, got his gift. And Drift goes on one last ride with Santa, and Wolf makes amends with his son, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I remember when in Fred Claus, when things got so out of hand that in order to fill the queue for like all the presents they had to deliver, it's like we only have enough time to make only 2 kinds of toys. So let's get basketballs and hula hoops or jump ropes. I can't remember which one. So it's like generic boy toy, generic girl toy, go. So like knowing that one kid got Ultimate Vampire Assassin 4, that's funny to me because Fred Claus.
Exactly. Anyways, so I'm gonna go first because I know we got to get out of here because you got show after this. So while I enjoyed this movie, you can clearly tell The Rock put his foot in this. His entire company put their foot into this because this feels like a movie that The Rock would do. But if it, especially whether it had the Christmas title in it or not, whether it was a holiday movie or not, this seems like a movie The Rock would do. But they have a lot of tropes that you've seen a lot of the movies with The Rock, where The Rock is given like a moral of the story message. And clearly, again, you could tell this is The Rock's movie because you need to have one scene where The Rock is working out, and it so happens to be with the world's most awesome granddad in J.K. Simmons. And I guarantee you those cookies that they eat was 0 carbs and plenty of protein.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I enjoyed this movie. I think it's a decent holiday movie. Let me put it like this. If you're trying to watch non-traditional holiday movies, especially Christmas movies, this is honestly up your alley. This is actually a decent movie to show your kid. I was able to show my kid the first half hour of this movie before we got to the possession part. But other than that, it's nothing to write home about. It's a fun movie. Hell, the movie made back its money. This movie cost like over $150 million. It made back like $215 million before Amazon Prime decided to stream it early for the holiday season. I think The Rock did a good job. I think Chris Evans did a good job. I want to see another movie with Chris Evans and The Rock so we can get more of a Marvel DC collaboration. Lucy Liu, it's Lucy Liu. Whatever Lucy Liu is going to do, she's going to put her foot in it, whether it's good or bad, and I will never complain about it. And
again, she's the only reason why anyone would be willing to commit the greatest sin in human history: robot sexuality. Lord have mercy.
No. Or rewatching Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Yeah. I kind of stopped watching it. Like when they got to the scene where Shia LaBeouf was in that motocross race.
No. Anyways, overall, I was going to give this movie a 6, but you know what? It's the holiday season. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give this movie a 7 out of 10. It's a decent action movie, a decent holiday film. Again, non-traditional holiday movies I'm okay with. This is one of them. 7 out of 10.
This one's an 8. it's really decent. I do like a lot of the action stunt sequences. The use of CGI wasn't like way too over the top, and it does give way of really interesting world building, such that you kind of want to watch a spin-off on it, like that focuses on Lucy Liu's organization, especially like with that Headless Horseman cameo. You know, like that's it's like kind of makes you want to like explore like stuff of like mythical creatures involving other holidays like Halloween or Easter or I mean let's be honest, we had the whole thing from Santa Claus 3 where you got Mother Nature, Father Time and all that stuff, Sandman, and actually it would be interesting if there was a movie where the Sandman was a villain. You could call it Enter Sandman and use the Metallica song. But yeah, what's funny is that the alternate name of this movie is called The Christmas Avengers. So I'm like, I want to see more of that superhero aspect. But I'm glad that towards the end, yes, we got Krampus kicking butt, taking names, and you got freaking J.K. Simmons like saying, "That's right. Sleigh bell rider, Santa Claus, together we can."
Let's look at the comments real quick before we get out of here.
8 out of 10 for me.
Oh my god! All right, we're gonna read a few of these. Triple O XYZ. We love you, bro. The alternate name of this movie is The Christmas Avengers. I'd be down for that if we added Edward Norton, Robert Downey Jr., and David Hasselhoff into the squad. Oh man!
Oh, and by the way, I'm wearing my Helsing shirt because 'tis the season.
Yeah. I am low key wishing Krampus would be played by Jack Black. For some reason, it just feels right if it was Jack Black. Dude, I would have honestly said you got Seth MacFarlane playing Krampus, since it'd be like American Dad.
I don't know.
Let me see what else. Oh, I love Chris Evans. I love how Chris Evans is back to doing sarcastic roles he used to do in the early 2000s. Yes, D-Bag Evans. I miss D-Bag Evans. I love don't get me wrong. Chris Evans was the best person to have play Steve Rogers Captain America, especially around the time in the world when we needed a Captain America ideology, the way Captain America thinks. But it was time. It was time for him to go back to the beginning. And that's
yeah. See, like even when you watch that one movie with Anna Faris, where like she hooked up with 19 guys and like she has to cap herself at 20, it's like you had Captain America, Steve Evans in that movie, not Johnny Storm, Chris Evans. He kept that muscle on, so it's kind of interesting seeing the skinny, sarcastic version.
My kid is kicking the shit out of the hole. Let's finish. Last one. Xeon are absolutely the bad guys. Inexcusable. Thank you. Again, I would if we're gonna be here for an hour talking about Gundam. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching. We greatly appreciate it. This is one of I don't know how many holiday movies we're gonna be doing, but we're probably gonna get at least 2 more done before Christmas, or at least till the New Year. So
we our producer Ryan's definitely gonna be doing the movie Moana 2.
Oh, definitely.
And next week we'll be doing a certain film that we will not say the name of. It's not a Christmas movie, but I'm excited for that movie.
I'm just saying we're all gonna be breathtaking. We're all gonna be taking breaths. Mike, where do people find you, bro?
You could find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto.
All right, y'all can find me on Twitter and on X and Instagram at TheRex_Fox. At the beginning, starting this January, we're coming back. We're going back to the beginning. Twitch.tv/RecklessFox. Be on the lookout. This January, I am coming back. And other things. And be sure YouTube, TikTok, you name it. Guys, thank you so much. And
also check to go to our sister channel, the Morphin Network, where we do talk all things tokusatsu. Tonight, we are doing Gaim Gaiden 2, which is the second to last Kamen Rider Gaim video we're doing, and which means next week we're going to be closing off the year with the Wheel of Destiny to decide which season we're going to be doing in January. But also we do other tokusatsu like Kamen Rider God Boom Boomger and Ultraman Arc. But yeah, come to the other channel tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific for Gaim Gaiden 2, Duke and Knuckle.
All right then. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe to the Buttery Show. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the Morphin Network, and be sure to follow our page, Buttery Show, on Instagram and on Facebook. Morphin Network on Facebook and on Instagram. Till then, guys, happy holidays, and we will see y'all next week. Till then, peace. Bye-bye. Smile and wave, boys. All I want, love for Christmas. There is just...